Organization Project. I am working with Jenny of JennysJemsProject, Miranda of the Rehomer, and Gina of Gina Fancy, and we are supposed to do 2 projects. We're heading to the Dollar Tree, all in our own little towns, and we got $20 to spend to make a sphere stand and a jewelry holder. The sphere stand just has to be able to hold like a crystal sphere. The jewelry holder is a little more up to interpretation. So for that, you could do a ring holder, you could do a necklace holder, bracelet, basically anything, or multiple things if you so desire, but you can only spend $20. Tomorrow, we will all be live on my channel, I believe, and we will be sharing with all of you what we ended up making, and you guys in the chat will decide who wins this challenge, who created the best item out of all of us. So I'm headed to the Dollar Tree now to go find my supplies. I have zippo, nothing, nada, goose egg, as my husband would say, in mind as to what I'm going to do. I've not brainstormed it whatsoever. I'm hoping like once I get in the store, I'll start getting some ideas. So we'll see how it works out. So let's head to the Dollar Tree. They've got all their Halloween stuff making its way onto the shelves. Back to school is out. Halloween is in. This is proving to be a lot harder than I thought it was going to be. I am not getting any ideas at all of what I'm going to make. Alright, I'm obsessed with succulents. So I'm wondering if I find a board or something like that and can hang these from the board and like dangle my necklaces from it, or bracelets for that matter, if they're like stuck outward. Once again, a DIY project with succulents, so I can't help myself. They're so cool. On this shelf back there, I found this thing. It says Home Sweet Home. It has this little faux flower stuck to it already, so I'm thinking what I'm gonna do is take these little succulents out of the planter and kind of like place them around this. Since it's already got holes in it, I'm not gonna have to drill anything. It's just gonna be a matter of gluing or maybe using wire to like secure these on there. And then it'll kind of be like succulents hanging from this thing. I'll just hang this on my wall, and then the jewelry can be hung off of the plants. I think what I'm also gonna do is maybe drill some, or not drill, but probably poke some holes into the leaves, and then I can feed little earrings through them too. So I can hang my dangly things and my earrings from this. So that's the plan for that. The glue is separate. That's for my kids' school project. I want to make slime. I don't know. Anywho, so I think that will do for that. Now it's on to the sphere holder project. The tricky thing about the sphere holder is like so many things could already be a sphere holder. You know, like this jar could already be a sphere holder. They could sphere on top of it, really. I mean, with the glasses and stuff too. Or like a little candle holder, that could be a sphere holder already. So I'm having difficulty like trying to figure out what to make into a sphere holder, if that makes sense. I'm absolutely struggling with a sphere holder thing. I have walked around the entire store. I can't find anything I can use, so it feels kind of like a cop-out, but what I'm going to do is get the candlestick holder, and I'm going to check out the florals and maybe figure out how I can like apply some floral pieces to this so I can transform it somewhat, but still have the top to use as the stand. Actually, I guess it could go either way, really. Well, that's a thought too, maybe turning it upside down. I don't know. One way or the other. One way or another. I'm gonna buy it. I'm gonna turn it to a sphere. Okay, so I found these flowers. I'm like not super crazy about the flowers, but I do really love the colors. They're kind of more of like a muted pastel-y kind of color instead of anything super vibrant. Kind of fits with the changing of the season, so if I can attach these to the candle holder somehow and make it pretty, I think I can make it work. So we'll see. So that's it for the shopping part of this video. Now to craft. Alright, so I'm done with the shopping portion of this activity, of this challenge now. Now I gotta put it all together. I just left the store. I spent $3 on the sphere stand project and $6 on the jewelry holder. We are allowed to use materials we already have at home, which is going to be me using a lot of glue sticks. Or not glue sticks, hot glue, which I guess are actually sticks, so yes, glue sticks. The hot glue gun. I think there's going to be a lot of gluing involved in this project, so I'm looking forward to seeing how it turns out. I'm a little nervous about the sphere stand, but I guess we'll soon see. Okay, here we go. So first I have this bead reamer, is what that tool is called. That's like a spike. I actually got that for a different project of mine. I have some quartz beads I wanted to put on a silver strand, and the holes aren't big enough, so that's what that was for. Sorry, kids are playing in the background. Anywho, but it actually came quite in handy for this project. Basically what I used it for was to poke holes into the stem of the succulents as close as I could get to like the base of the succulent, and then I fed wire through that and wrapped that around the wood part of this project on the back side. So like it was totally, all the wire was hidden by the succulents, but yeah, they held it pretty securely in place. So I imagine if you don't have like this, like if you can't find a board like this, the Home Sweet Home thing, and you just have like a plain like flat board that has a picture on it or something like that, they do have a few different signs at the Dollar Tree. I think you could probably just cut the flowers off entirely and just glue them, hot glue them straight to the board. I would maybe suggest trying to texture the wood somehow if you're going to do that, just to give it a little more surface, like to grab onto, you know, because if it's just flat, they might pop off over time. Also, I wouldn't suggest hanging anything heavy from those succulents. Just keep it to light chains or something like that. But that tool, that reamer, came in handy for one, putting the holes in the stem so I could put the wire through, but also in the end of the project, I do poke some holes through the succulent leaves and was able to get some earrings through those holes. So it definitely came in handy. It was a pretty cheap tool. I obviously did not get it at the Dollar Tree, but I think it was like $10, give or take a buck or two, from eBay. So here we go, I turn the project over, we give it a look-see, and I did end up gluing all these succulents behind, like from the back side as well, like gluing down the wire work, just to give it a little extra rigidity, and also I accidentally snipped one of the wires, so it needed glue. Yeah, it needed glue, but it feels pretty secure now, and I've tested it out. Yeah, sorry, my kid's here. I tested it out, and I'll show you at the end of this video so you can see what it looks like on the wall. Alright, so on to the sphere stand. To be perfectly honest, I'm not totally thrilled about this one, but it turned out a little bit better than I expected, and it's one of those things that I think looks better in person than it does on the video. But basically, it was just disassembling these floral picks and gluing the pieces of them onto the candle holder. So it was pretty straightforward project. There was just a lot of time taken to place the leaves and make sure that the placement of them was okay before I actually glued them down to the candle holder. In the end, I ended up using 3 of the flowers, all the leaves off the flower, I think, or most of them anyway, and then a few leaves off of the other floral pick. So just as a side comment, some things you can do with the excess. These little flowers I didn't use, I'll probably be tucking them into my fall decor around the house. And for the succulents, those little plastic planters actually are just like solid planters, so I pulled the styrofoam out of them that was holding the succulents in place in the center. And those can be repurposed as like little, like mini succulent planters, or, you know, like real actual live plants, or seed starters for next year, which are great to have because you can just throw those in a windowsill. Because a lot of times those seed starters are like giant trays. So I'll probably be repurposing those little plastic pieces as well. And that is the end of that. Here's how the projects turned out. I hope you like them. I'm kind of, like I said, I'm the candle holder, sphere holder thing. This thing's gonna fit into my fall decor. I ended up putting a little calcite, optical calcite, like honey calcite sphere on top of it. And I like the colors of that, like with the fall theme. And then the jewelry holder, I really like the way this turned out, and even my husband commented on it and said it looked nice, so that was flattering. The thing I'll do differently in the future is probably paint the Home Sweet Home part black, so the whole thing's black, because I felt like you could see it poking through a little bit. But all in all, I was pretty happy with how this project turned out. Be sure to go to the other ladies' channels. They're linked in the description below, and see what they made. And then tomorrow night, again, we will all be on at 7 p.m. Eastern, showing off our projects, and you guys can vote on who did the best project or projects. And following that, we'll be having a sale, like an anything goes viewer's choice sale. That means that we will be holding up items, and you guys will decide what you want to see big on the screen, what you want to bid on. So be sure to meet us back here tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Eastern, for that sale and for the Craft Off winner announcement. And yeah, that's it for this one, y'all. So hit the thumbs up on your way out, and we'll see you tomorrow. Thanks. Bye-bye.